the credit card space is being inundated with new releases. Chase brought in two new changes. One was the new Chase Sapphire Reserve business card and the updated Chase Sapphire Reserve personal credit card. Amex and Bilt have also announced a bunch of changes coming to their cards in the coming months. Now there is another card provider that announced a new credit card that didn't quite fly under the radar, but it didn't show up on the radar strongly either. I'm talking about the Citi Strata Elite card. In today's video, we'll do three things. We'll cover the overview of the card, understand which personas are a good fit for the card, and ultimately, I'll give you my verdict on what I think about the card. If you're new here, my name is Abhi. This is Credit Debit with Abhi. And if content like this resonates with you, hit the like and subscribe button below. And like we do in all of our other videos, without further ado, let's dive in. The card comes with an intro offer where you can earn 80,000 points after spending $4,000 in the first 3 months of card ownership. This card was introduced into the ecosystem to compete with the American Express Platinum, the Chase Sapphire Reserve, and to an extent the Capital One Venture X card. And to compete with these cards, the Citi Strata Elite comes with a $595 annual fee that aligns with the cards in this category. So what are the key benefits of the cards with this $595 annual fee? Citi claims that there is about $1,500 worth of value associated with this credit card. Like with most of the providers, this is more marketing than it is reality. So let's break it down. You get 4 perks with this credit card. Number 1 is a $300 annual hotel credit. You get this when you book a hotel stay for 2 nights or more using the Citi Travel portal. You also get a $200 annual Splurge Credit, which is meant to be used between American Airlines, Best Buy, and a bunch of other companies. The good thing is you can choose 2 of these brands and you don't have to focus in on spending the $200 on one of the brands. You get a $200 Black Lane Credit, which is this premier chauffeur service that's extremely expensive. And the last perk that you get with the credit card is lounge access. You get Priority Pass membership that allows you and 2 guests access to Priority Pass lounges. You also get a $120 TSA PreCheck or Global Entry credit, but I didn't mention that because at this point, that's table stakes. Let's cover up the multipliers. You get 12x back when you book hotels, car rentals, and attractions through the Citi Travel portal. You get 6x back on dining on 2 specific days, Fridays and Saturdays between 6 p.m. and 6 a.m. EST. As weird as that timing sounds, it can actually be helpful. You get 1.5x back on all of the purchases, and the additional benefit I'd add here is that with the launch of this credit card, Citi was able to add American Airlines as a transfer partner, which can be a huge unlock because there are no other cards out there that have transferable currencies that can be transferred over to American Airlines. With the perks out of the way, let's focus on the personas that this card is a good fit for. And in my opinion, there are 4 personas that matter. The first one is a Citi loyalist. If you look at this card and the construction of this card, everything has Citi at the core of its infrastructure. If you look at the multipliers, it only matters when you're using Citi's travel portal. Whether it's hotels, car reservations, travel, using the benefits like the annual hotel benefit, all of that happens when you use Citi's travel portal. Now, this is not very different than what Chase did with its card, but I do feel like this is a little more intense than that because Chase has a bunch of other coupon-like benefits that it has thrown in there, which can make it easier to digest the $795 annual fee. But if you bank with Citi and all you have is Citi credit cards, adding this credit card can actually be a value add to you because of how large a pool of Citi points you can actually accumulate. And if you do not have the Citi Strata Premier, you can use this card and create your Citi trifecta by adding the custom cash and stay within the Citi ecosystem and earn a lot of points. The second persona that this card is a good fit for is the American Airlines loyalist. And there are 3 reasons why I say that. Number 1 is the $200 annual credit that you can get with the credit card. Number 2 is the 4 Admiral Club passes to get access to American Airline lounges. And number 3 is the addition of American Airlines as a transfer partner from Citi, especially if you hold this card. And if you're using Citi's portal and accumulating a bunch of points, and you care about American Airline status or using points to book their flights, then this is the card that can unlock that fee. The third persona this can be a good fit for is someone who wants a 1-card setup. This is an extremely niche persona, but it's a persona nonetheless. If you want a 1-card setup that gives you good multipliers across a bunch of categories, well, this card does that. The only thing is you'll have to use the Citi Travel portal. What it also does, like the Capital One Venture X, is that it gives you 1.5x back on everything else. So you don't have to carry around multiple cards in your wallet to be able to extract some elevated value from the 1-card setup that you're running. Do I believe that in that instance, the Capital One Venture X might be a better fit? It could be, but depending on the distribution of spend within a month, this card might make a lot more sense, especially if you're someone who eats out a lot during the weekend and earns 6x back for that. The last persona that I think this is a good fit for is someone who's indifferent to hotel and airline status. Since this card almost forces you to use the Citi Travel portal to get the most bang for your buck, you have to be someone who does not really care about hotel statuses or airline statuses. For this persona, what what matters is earning a bunch of points and either using it for cashback for all they care or transferring it over to airline or hotel partners. And the best way to own a bunch of those points is to use the Citi Travel portal. With all of that said, what's my verdict on the credit card? I think the title of this video says it all. I know that the name of the credit card itself has Elite in it, but I do not think this card is effective. I believe that with the competition heating up, Citi hasn't delivered enough to make this card compelling. If you just look at the composition of the benefits, there are 3 benefits right there that can be very difficult to use unless you're a very specific type of user. The Black Lane credit, the Splurge Credit, as well as the Admiral passes. Unless you're an American Airlines loyalist like I pointed out before, a lot of these credits are not going to make sense to you and you're going to come out negatively if you use this credit card. The only credit that I would say is safely usable and I can value at 100% for most people out there is the annual hotel credit by using the Citi portal. Whether you travel once a year or travel multiple times in a year, there is a case to be made that you can easily use this credit. But other than that, it really depends on what sort of a persona you are, and I think the persona set that they have chosen is a pretty limited one. And what that does is, it does not allow Citi to take over market share from the likes of American Express and Chase. It also does not do much in terms of capturing new users that are coming into the credit card ecosystem, because a large part of that audience seem to be moving towards Amex primarily. When you're choosing between these credit cards, it's very unlikely that you're going to choose Citi over Chase, Amex, or even Capital One for that matter. And that's not to say that you have to have one of these credit cards to play the game right. In fact, you can play this game right by not having any of these credit cards. But if you are choosing a premium travel credit card, this is not going to be it. That's the video for this week. If you're interested in applying for Citi credit cards, I'll leave my personal referral below. Let me know what you think about the Citi Strata Elite card. And like always, I'll see you in the next one.